Hello students, in this lecture we discuss an analytic continuation from one point to another point along a curve by using Taylor series at that points. This method of analytic continuation is known as the power series method of analytic continuation, which is described as follows. Let f1 be a Taylor series at z1 of the function f1 at z1. Then this series is convergent within the circle of radius, positive radius at the point z1, where this radius r1 is given by Hadamard formula, which is the limit 1 upon r1 is given by limit superior of mod an is to power 1 upon n as n tends to infinity. Let D1 denotes an open disk at Z1 of radius R1. Then F1 is analytic within this open disk at Z1 of radius R1. Every power series which is convergent in the region, then it represents an analytic function in that region. Let capital L be a curve joining the point Z1 to another point Zn, which is outside the domain D1, such that the function f1 has no singularity on it, such that the f1 has no singularity on this curve capital L. Then we perform an analytic continuation of the function f1 from the region D1 to the region Dn, which is defined as open disk at Zn of radius Rn along the curve L as follows. Let Z2 be any point on the curve L which is inside the region D1. D1 is the open disk at Z1 of radius R1. Then from this power series we find that by term differentiation within D1, that the kth derivative of f1 at z, this kth derivative of f1 at any point z within the disk D1 we can find by term differentiation of this power series, since term differentiation is possible within the region of convergence. So we can find kth derivative simply by differentiating this function an z minus z1 is to power n. We know that the kth derivative gives a series starts from n is equal to k, which is factorial n, since the terms n minus 1 up to the k, in the kth derivative we get last factor n minus k plus 1. So after multiplying and dividing by factorial n minus k, we can find the coefficient as factorial n upon factorial n minus k, and z minus z1 is to power n minus k. Now this series which starts from n is equal to k, by substitution we can write the series starting from 0. So by substituting n is equal to m plus k, we get that the kth derivative of f1 is given by this series, and hence the value of this kth derivative of f1 at a point z2. Z2 is a point within D1, so we can find the value of the nth derivative of f1 at z2 divided by factorial n, which is given by this, and we denote this value by the constant bn. Thus a Taylor series of the function f1 at z2 is given by this. So by putting the values of bn as given by this is a power series of the function f1 at z2, which converges to the function f2z, say. So this power series always be convergent in some region of convergence. So let this power series be converges to a function f2z within a circle of convergence whose radius, positive radius r2, is given by again Hadamard formula 1 upon r2 is given by limit superior of mod Bn is to power 1 upon n. Let D2 be, again we define as open disk at Z2 of radius R2, and let this radius R2 is greater than R1 minus mod of Z2 minus Z1. Then F2 is an analytic continuation of F1 from D1 to D2. So by this condition that the radius R2 is greater than the radius R1 minus the distance between the points Z1 and Z2, it implies that the region D2 is the extension of the region D1. Then we call F2 as an analytic continuation of F1 from the region D1 to the region D2. Clearly, these two functions F1 and F2 are same in the common region, which is the intersection of D1 and D2. Now continuing in this way, we can get a Taylor series at the point Zn, which converges say to the function Fn within the circle of radius Rn at Zn. Let Dn denotes the open disk at Zn of radius Rn. Then the function Fn is an analytic continuation of F1 from D1 to the disk Dn along the curve L. So this proves, or this is the method of analytic continuation by power series. Sometimes the continuation of a power series is not possible beyond its region of convergence, even through any small arc of its circle of convergence. In that case, the circle of convergence is called a natural boundary. So if the function cannot be continued analytically beyond the region of convergence, the boundary of that region is called a natural boundary. So let us discuss one example which shows that the circle of convergence of the power series, this is a natural boundary. So first we can check that this series is convergent within the unit disk mod z less than 1. That means the circle of convergence is a circle at origin of radius 1. Mod z is equal to 1 is the circle of convergence. Now we have to only show that this circle is a natural boundary for this function. That means we cannot analytically continue this function beyond this circle of convergence or the region of convergence. Hence the function which is analytic in this, let us consider a point z as r e I theta, where theta we let as 2 pi p upon 2 is to power q, where this mod of z r is greater than 1. That means this point is outside the unit disk, and pq are positive integers such that p and 2 is to power q have no common factor. Then we see the behavior of the function fz on the circle of convergence. That means as this r tends to 1, as the point this moves from outside this on the circle of convergence. Now we write the function fz, which is 1 plus summation z is to power 2 is to power n varies from 0 to infinity. Now we write this sum from 0 to infinity in two parts. First, when n varies from 0 to q minus 1. In the second sum, n varies from q to infinity. And let us denote this 1 plus this finite sum as f1 and this infinite sum by f2. Then we see that f1z is a polynomial. Z summation z is to power 2 is to power n varies from 0 to q minus 1. This is a polynomial, finite polynomial of a finite degree, which tends to finite limit as r tends to 1. And when n is greater or equal to q, as in the second sum, the point z has power 2 is to power n is equal to r is to power 2 is to power n. If we put z is equal to r e to p pi I upon 2 is to power q, since n is greater or equal to q, so 2 is to power n has one factor as 2 is to power q. So this gives exponential of even multiple of pi I, which has value 1. Hence, summation, infinite sum of r is to power 2 is to power n tends to infinity as r tends to 1, which proves that the point z is equal to this, which is a point on the circle of convergence, is a singularity of fz. As the point z is on the circle of convergence, the function f tends to infinity, since f2 tends to infinity. So the points of type this for any pair of such p and q are dense everywhere on the circle of convergence. So there is no arc, however small, on which the function fz is analytic. Thus, it is impossible to continue the function fz across the unit circle, and so the unit circle is a natural boundary. So PQ are such that, we again explain, PQ are such that this exponential of 2p pi I upon 2 is to power q, p and 2 is to power q have no common factor. So we can find infinite pair of such PQ. That means there are infinite number of points on the circle of convergence which are the singularity for the function fz. So it proves that the unit circle is a natural boundary for this function. You can do similar examples given in your book. Thank you.